Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Coming up here in just a few days time, we are going to see our next major update for Modern Warfare 2, Warzone 2, and DMZ with Season 1 Reloaded. This is in fact going to be a full-on title update. It'll require a download for all platforms, and it's going to include some new content, which we've already talked about over the past couple of days, alongside plenty of gameplay changes, gameplay fixes, bug fixes, all sorts of stuff like that. I'm expecting some very lengthy patch notes with this update in specific for Warzone and DMZ and multiplayer as well. And today we're going over all the confirmed updates and confirmed changes that we have up until this point, thanks to the various means of communication from Raven and Infinity Ward. So let's start first here in multiplayer. Admittedly, we have less confirmed changes for multiplayer versus Warzone and DMZ, but that also could not be the case for, you know, the full-on patch notes where maybe multiplayer has a lot more fixed and they just haven't communicated all that up until this point. So keep in mind what we're going over here today, like the 20 plus changes or whatever, is not every single change that's going to happen with this update. There's going to be plenty more once the full patch notes drop, and of course we'll be covering those when those end up releasing. But for multiplayer, just some global issues in general. They are currently tracking and investigating crashes on PC specifically. Now, of course, stability is a problem on PC and on Xbox and PlayStation. There's going to be plenty of stability updates in this patch in general for all modes, basically just across the board. That's going to be a major focal point, I imagine, but they have confirmed that there is a fix in progress for some of the PC crashes in specific. They've also confirmed that the bomb drone field upgrade will be returning here with this future update, most likely with Season 1 Reloaded. It was actually removed from the game because it was causing a bunch of different crashes and a bunch of different issues there. So they took it out, but they have confirmed that a fix is coming in a future update. So that should likely happen later on this week. They're also tracking laser attachments in any third-person modes not working right now, so those are currently disabled, but once the update goes out, those should be back. Obviously, third-person not currently live in Warzone, but we do have that mosh pit available in multiplayer. They're also investigating, again, stability issues across the board with private matches as well, in addition to just general crashing and server disconnects and high ping, high latency, all sorts of stuff going on there. They have also confirmed that in a future update, again, most likely Season 1 Reloaded, they have a fix coming for a frame rate issue where if you end up trying to change your attachments in-game while a kill cam is playing in the background, it destroys your frames and you have terrible FPS for the rest of the match. So they have gone through and found a fix for that. That'll be coming here soon. Multiple dev errors when attempting to boot in a private match. For instance, Shoot House was actually removed from the private match selection right now because it would cause dev errors. So they are aware of that, and hopefully we see that fix go live with the Reloaded update as well. They're aware of issues with editing CDL loadouts in private matches and are investigating those. We also know that in the future with the whole mosh pit for CDL that's currently live, we'll have the option to directly view our private match CDL loadouts before queuing into that mode, so you have everything set up accordingly. There's also various issues with suppressor audio where the sound only plays for the person using the suppressor. It doesn't play for those other players around that specific player, which is obviously a very big issue as well. So that should be fixed here too. And it'll bring suppressors a bit more back in line where they're supposed to be. That current bug is making suppressors wildly overpowered. Now, as we move on into the Warzone and DMZ updates that are confirmed or gameplay changes that are already confirmed, I just want to remind you guys that if you are new to the channel, every day, this is your one-stop shop for the latest going on in Call of Duty. Whether you're looking for MW2, Warzone 2, or DMZ, I got you covered. So if you're a part of the roughly 58% of viewers watching who have not already subscribed, feel free to hit that subscribe button, join the family. Also, if you guys enjoy this video, let me know by dropping a like on it as well. Let's try and aim for 2,500 likes on this one. Now, there's a bunch going on the Warzone and DMZ Trello here relating to some Battle Royale specific issues, some DMZ specific issues, some global issues, which is where we'll start here. So they do have a couple of different advisories here in terms of some of the PC stability when it comes to your drivers. You want to make sure you're on the latest updated drivers, whether you're on NVIDIA or AMD, to minimize your crashing. It won't fix all the crashes, but it should be less frequent if you are on the most recent driver updates for any potential graphic platform. Also, we have an issue with the bomb drone listed here as well. It's disabled in Battle Royale just like it is in multiplayer to avoid that crashing issue, but that should again be fixed here with Season 1 Reloaded. They're also looking into an issue with various operator executions where it doesn't actually play your custom execution, it's just the operator default one instead. So even if you have something else selected, it won't necessarily play that. They are aware of that, and that should be fixed here in the coming days. They also have an issue from way back on the 16th, basically from the start of Warzone 2, with the play again button. There should actually, at the end of matches, be a play again button available, so you don't have to back out all the way to the main menu and then re-queue from there. But on day one, there were issues with the play again option, so they disabled that. That should be back here soon as well. Then we get into the Battle Royale specific issues, and the after action report here is all types of messed up here, but we know for a fact combat records are coming to Warzone 2, so hopefully this should be fixed with our overall stats as well. But the after action report issues, they weren't showing the correct stats, correct XP gains. That should be fixed here with Season 1 Reloaded. The most wanted contracts have also been disabled for quite some time in gameplay. That is still listed on the Trello board. They are investigating that, and hopefully they'll have, you know, some solutions for that, so that'll be added back in. It'll make regains a whole lot easier, because obviously right now regaining in Warzone 2 can be pretty tough depending on where the zone or one of the 3 zones might end up pulling. They are also going to fix an issue with the gulag respawning, where if you win a gulag and your teammate wins a gulag and you guys spawn back in, you could potentially be on opposite sides of Al Mazrah from each other, again making the regain really annoying. You have to fly to a more centralized location, so they're aware of that. That's not an intended thing, and they are going to be fixing that here soon. There's also a big issue going on with the airstrike streak, where if you use this just as a player finishes reloading, it takes away your HUD for the entire game, which is pretty game breaking. They know that that is a major issue, and they're going to have a fix out for that as well. Now, if you're someone who's trying to complete the nuke challenge here in Warzone 2, one of the best challenges I think they've ever added to Call of Duty or into a battle royale game in general, it's super, super cool and very unique. There's a major issue right now where once you access the game where you can actually acquire the nuclear materials, you'll get stuck on some of those materials because of different issues involved with those. So there's freezing issues, there's crashing issues as a result of those materials being available. So they are aware of that, and they're going to fix that so you can hopefully go throughout a nuke attempt seamlessly without any hiccups or roadblocks in the way. There's also various XP bonuses that are currently disabled in Warzone for things like the flashes, the stuns, the stims, the shock sticks, smokes, the suppression mine, and more. There was a glitch there where you could get a ton of extra bonus XP that wasn't intended, so that'll likely be fixed here with Season 1 Reloaded. Then also currently in Battle Royale, you'll notice that Dead Silence and Battle Rage are not available. They took those out of the game temporarily while they fixed an issue with those where you could have infinite Dead Silence or infinite Battle Rage, so that should also be resolved here with Season 1 Reloaded. And then for DMZ specifically, we only know of 2 confirmed changes here, or 2 confirmed updates happening with the heli mission that requires you to eliminate reinforcement helicopters. They're aware of the tracking not working correctly on that, so that should be fixed. Also with the radiation blocker, if you're trying to use that and play it up at the same time, it'll disable your ability to interact throughout an entire game. So you don't want to be doing that. They're aware of that though, and that should be fixed so you don't accidentally end up running into that at some point in the future if you're trying to use both of those things at the same time. Now, those are all the confirmed actual gameplay updates or fixes for this patch. We also know that Season 1 Reloaded is going to include a handful of content. We won't spend too much time on this because we have covered this just recently with the whole Reloaded update reveal, but we know for a fact we got 2 new operators coming. Gaz and Klaus are both going to be debuting during Season 1 Reloaded. We've got 1 new weapon in the form of the Chimera, aka the Honey Badger. We also have a brand new map, Shipment, which is going to have a holiday shipment or a festive shipment variant available as well. Then we have a couple of new modes, the COD Ball mode, which is basically Rocket League and Call of Duty, and then also Mini Royale will both be dropping with this update too. So lots and lots to look forward to. Again, keep in mind, this is not everything that's going to change with this update. We're going to have even more revealed to us once we have the full-on patch notes here in just a few days time for multiplayer and Warzone and DMZ. So once all that stuff drops, we'll be covering it here on the channel, going over everything you guys need to know about all the new changes. So feel free to stick it here for that and everything else going on in COD. Make sure you are subscribed with those noties turned on. And if you guys enjoyed the video, let me know by dropping a like on it as well. But that's going to wrap things up for this one. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.